me.
You wrote a book on Black Broadway, U Street in Washington, D.C. I'm a Washington, D.C. native. Everybody knows it. I talk about it all the time. I'm very proud of it. Outside of Washington, D.C., everybody knows about Georgetown. Most people will have some familiarity with DuPont. But outside of Washington, D.C., U Street might not be as famous as some of the other neighborhoods, but it's a gem within the District of Columbia. You recently wrote a book on it. I'm going to get out of your way. Tell me about the premise of your book.
Yeah, so my book is, the core of it is the Black Broadway era. And so this is the golden era of U Street, and it's from the 1900s, early 1900s to about the mid 1900s. And during that time, there were more than 300 Black-owned businesses, about 100 Black churches. There were several jazz spots and after-hour spots and clubs and theaters. And it was really a place where Black people could come to have fun, where they can be entertained, where they could be educated, and they could also be activists. And so that became known as Black Broadway.
What prompted you to want to write this history, and what was your inspiration to do so?
Yeah, so my prompting to write this history is, as you mentioned and reading my bio, is that I wrote for Washingtonian magazine. And so back in 2016, I was working there as an editorial fellow, just a little kid, and I got assigned this project, right, to look into the history of U Street. And actually, it was a photo story essay. And so what I did was I went to different libraries and museums and things like that, and I gathered photos from this Black Broadway era specifically, and then I took it to the community and interviewed different business owners, Ben's Chili Bowl owner, Miss Virginia Ali being one of them, and I got their stories of what it was like to be on U Street during its heyday, what it was like to be on U Street during the time where everybody knew everybody, right? Where everyone was dressed up and everybody was supporting one another, and Black money was supporting Black businesses. And the stories we're capturing.